Hello everybody, I'm ZGT, and today we're playing a spooky game for Halloween! It's Nosferatu, the Super Nintendo. This game, I just happened upon this game by chance recently for the first time. I've never seen it before. It is the most awesome game. Like, if you've never seen it before, I don't know if this is a hidden gem or not. It's very expensive. The moon is dyed in blood. A bat departs from a forbidden castle into the night. It is so freaking cool. Having changed from its human form to seek its next victim. And it's a SEGA game, of all companies, to make a cool game. How awesome was that? Like, for real, it's so... Look at that! This game's so cool! His name is whispered in fear. They're also basically just Nosferatu, creature of the night. In the sense that Nosferatu is just kind of like basically Dracula, but not Dracula. This Nosferatu is basically Dracula. Few have seen his face and lived to speak of it. None who have ventured near his resting place have ever returned to tell of it. We don't believe in periods. Every night, transforming into Batter Wolf. I just noticed that for the first time. None know the victim's fate of those taken to his distant and forbidding castle. That scene was so well done, too, except one who seeks to end the terror and rescue his love. Makes his way to the accursed place. So a little bit of English, but it's fine. So, it's such a cool game! Okay, so that was the intro. If you've never seen it before, it's cool, right? So I've only played the first level of this. Oh, look at it. It looks so cool. I wish I played this as a child. Oh, I love it. I've only played the first level of this and I didn't beat it. So we're gonna see how it goes. This is the game! It's so awesome. Okay, so it's like a Prince of Persia style game. Here's the moment I love this game, by the way, that I was sold. Right here. Yes! It's a Prince of Persia style game, and how you move and interact with the environment. But, like, also you straight up, like, have combat. It's good. You have decent combat. The controls are, like, responsive. This part's gonna get me, because that, yep. Can I? Nope. Okay. So I can just get hit once. It's fine. I have a life bar. I have a time limit. The time limit is per stage, I believe. Background, the music is so cool. It's like breathing. It's so awesome. Then you go in this room, and then you see where you just were, and there's dudes there now. Also, you can look for stuff more than once, I've realized. So when you go out here, and then look, there's dudes! They weren't quite where they looked like they were, but that's fine. Okay, I need to remember how to jump. Yeah! Yeah! This game is so cool, dude. Like, I love the Prince of Persia games, but they're a little, like... It can be a little slow and finicky. So in here, it looks like there's nothing, right? But oh no! A new type of enemy, and I got some time. There's more stuff. Crystal. And this guy I don't think you can beat, or he just kind of falls down and comes back. But yeah, Prince of Persia can be a little slow and confusing, I guess, and frustrating. This, from what I've played, I'm sure it gets hard later. But, like, it controls way better than Prince of Persia does. So here's one of the first things where you'd play and be like, what do you, I gotta crawl, but I can't. So you gotta, like, run and then down kick. What is the attack button? Okay. I got my buttons confused, hold on. Yeah, there we go. No problem. And then this is terrifying. But there's a time limit, so you gotta, like, you gotta hurry. I never tried to climb on top of those. I feel dumb that like I feel like a lot of people know this game already, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, like everybody knows Nosferatu." It is very expensive. Like, it's almost a $200 game if you wanted to own the cartridge. Okay, so we push that, gate opens, so the game's like teaching you, hey, you can open doors this way sometimes. Like, the design in this is actually good. That terrifies you? They're also hurting me, so this wasn't really the best way to go. I don't think there's any point to beating up guys. Oh no, there is. Cool. I don't know what crystals are for? Yeah! Okay. This game is so cool. Frankenstein! Okay, so I was losing crystals instead of getting hit. Uh-oh. Yeah, I barely did it. I couldn't beat him that I know of, so I just ran. So we gotta jump up here, and then hey, that door opened. But could be more. I believe there is more. Ah! Okay, we barely made it. I am not over how cool this game is. Push the wall. I like how they're teaching you how to push the wall too, because they always put it in a spot where there's not a lot to do or interact with. Crystals. Down. It's always in rooms where there's not a lot to interact with, so you just naturally walk against the wall and he starts pushing it, so it's like, oh, I pushed the wall, got it. It's a simple but effective game design technique. I make games, I know. I was curious if I could legally make, like, an NES remake of this game. I make NES games, by the way. Check them out. Ow. Check them out. They're available on itch. Sometimes on cartridge. Use the link in the description to follow me at my dev Discord, where I occasionally update it. In other words, not as much as I should. Alright, now we're outside. Even the music's cool. Like, it goes from being just ambiance to, like, this stuff. Is the moon getting more changing? Ah. Alright, here he is. Bam! Oh, crap. So you do have a lot of moves, but I don't know what they are. I've kind of got him stuck, though. Ah. Oh, the moon is changing. The moon changed. He changed because of the moon. I was so close to winning. Okay, continue. Yeah, so when you do die, it just puts you right back on the stage you were on, which is very fair. Dang it, I just wanted to pick up a crystal. Alright, so that's like a free hit. Animation is so cool. It's so well done. How did Sega make this? Like, Sega made the worst games. Do. Before the moon comes out. I like that he's like, not just a normal dude. Assuming he's like a werewolf. He's like also kind of like werewolf-esque as a dude. And then as the moon comes out, he's just a straight up werewolf. Ooh, that was a good backup by me. Beat up the werewolf! Oh no, okay. Did I get him? You gonna change? He sank into the ground. It's so victorious sounding. It's like an arcade game. It's so cool. They were even doing the like the graphics that are kind of JPEG looking that I don't like. Oh, and look at this. It's like Castlevania. Which maybe they were trying to rip off of Castlevania a little. But it's very like Prince of Persia, which is why I love it. I love Prince of Persia. Oh, what is that? So we are officially in new territory, by the way. There went my crystals. So apparently that's just unbeatable. Ugh. Okay. The slide kick I am not a fan of. It's not hard once you get used to it, but in most of the circumstances, like, when you realize you need it, that's gonna fall. In most of the circumstances when you realize you need it, you like have to use it immediately or get hurt for having to go back and set it up. Which isn't the best, but... You know, this music, not as good. Oh, I knew you were here too. Can I beat you? Okay, well. So that's more possible life. A little bit more life. Yeah, I feel like he can't be beaten. Oh, he can be. He even drops a thing. Stop running. Just a crystal. Sir? I would like you to run now. Wouldn't run, okay. Oh, and I pushed the wrong button. Stop doing that. The sliding kick is a little rough. Could have been done better. There's plenty of buttons on this controller that are not being used. Just saying. One of them would have been great. Alright, I'm gonna drop down. I have never played this before, by the way. That looks like a button, though. I have only played the first level, and I didn't beat the guy, so... All new to me! Ow. Let's just go. I'm not planning on beating the whole game. I'm just gonna, like, go for a bit and see how it goes. Ah! It's not going great. But if you want me to play the whole game, feel free to say so. That's it, this room, huh? I bet he dropped something cool and I just ran away. There's so many moves. I feel like I'm knocking him down, but... No, 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 no. Dude. I was being so careful. Am I in the room I was on? I am not. What is happening? I forgot I have a jump kick. Decent combat though, like... Who would have thought? No, don't climb down there, you fool. Alright. Yeah? Yeah? Alright. I don't have a lot of room here. Sick dodge by me. It's super satisfying, too. Like, you wouldn't expect that from this type of game. To punch a dude and be like, yeah, punched him. You can kind of slide through him, which I think is easier. Time? Life? Okay. Got tripped a little. I don't know what the best way to go is. This is the way I went before, and I think it was a mistake. Yeah. Push. I was trying to jump over that. Okay. On to the next round. I was trying to push that. I knew this game would get harder. It's a question of how hard is it going to get. Because if it gets, like, really brutal... Okay, I should have just moved on. Oh. I feel like the bottom of the door is gonna hit me. Stop it! Blah. Crystal. Button. Okay. Do. This is not fair. What are these crystals for? I wish I could, like... Yeah, the other buttons don't do anything. I wish I could, like, use a crystal to gain life back instead of it taking a hit. At the very least, but... Oh, good. Multiple obstacles. There's nothing over there, it looks like. Yeah. Nothing. I don't know what kind of secrets there are. I can't fight him right now. Got good voice samples in this game. Well. This is going well. He ate all of my crystals. I need more crystals, dude. Uh-oh. Come on now. Yay. One. Great. That was worth it. Yeah. Help. I can only take like one more hit. And I would like to move to a unique point in the game where I can have a checkpoint. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to drop down carefully. Instead, I ran at the wall head first. There's a lot of time for this stage. I bet you push this from the other side and come up. It's also making a sound that makes it sound unique. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Yeah, they all make that sound. Never mind. Would have been smart. Nope. That was close. So I guess I should just drop down? No wonder I have so much time for this stage. I was gonna say, usually these long hallways mean something bad. Please be a checkpoint. It was. Okay, good. Oh. Look at that little introduction to, like, okay, there's gonna be background things that'll hurt you now. Like, they show you one that's easy to dodge. And then they're gonna have more difficult ones, I assume. Alright. But you don't seem to hurt me. That was easier that time. Crystal! Run! Bam! Okay, it's not what I wanted again. Well, yeah, it was. I want to go down here there. And down here there. And down here there. Bop, 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 bop. Ow, I knew that too. Ah! I should have just ducked instead of trying to fight him head on. Oh good, more time. A lot more time. How big is this room? I will admit, I'm less impressed by this room, or this level so far. But, you know, it's still good. The things that I'm doing are still cool. Yeah, I saw that. Why did it give me so much more time? Oh, it's not a pushy wall. I hate these guys. Right when you get, like, just before range of them, they're like, oh, you're in my range, though. Bushy? No bushy. Put him up, come on, come on. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Okay, he didn't drop anything. Ow. Chest. Health, health. Good. Can't push. Boom, boom. I really like how the combat... It's not the biggest feature of the game until you get to like a boss, I guess. But it's still like really good. Like there's just a few enemies every now and then. It's not like a beat 'em up. Like what did I fight, like 10 things in this stage? This background does not look quite as good. I'm not a huge fan of the like JPEG looking backgrounds. I think I said that earlier. But a lot of them in this look pretty good. What is these things? They're like slothmen. I don't really know how to dodge these guys. I was doing okay for a second. I think one of them's dead. Run. Oh, I was trying to do that to you. Please. Are you kidding me? It's 1990, by the way. Interesting time to choose for Nosferatu, but it explains my jeans and tennis shoes. Man, the animation is so good. Ah! Gotta be good from the start. Good from the out. One thing I will say is confusing. Your life is normally on the right side, but when you're in boss screens, your life is on the left and theirs is on the right. And I think that's a little confusing. I definitely thought that was my health on the right when the first time I saw it. Ba-da-ba-da. I'm doing much better this time. Whoa. It's an interesting game to have these types of bosses. Not only having these types of bosses, but doing it pretty well. Like, Prince of Persia had fights too, but they were really slow and they were all about, like, sword combat. I did it! I love this game. Look at the, like, fake 3D. It's so cool looking. Is that him? Is that the nose? It was. That was cool. Because I was definitely like, there's a statue on that house. No, wait, actually. Stage 3. I do think I'm halfway through the game. What in the world is this music? See how my health is like right on the right side where the enemy health normally is. What is that? The Blob from X-Men, but with no legs. Things have changed. How do I get past this thing? Okay. I don't know how to... I ran into a wall and lost my crystal. I'm gonna die anyway. Probably shouldn't even try very hard. There we go. Okay, this got way harder. The music got way worse. Not that it's awful. It's just not very good. Hear me out. There we go, I got past that thing. So am I activating that by... okay. Or is it time? It's time. I thought it was the switch doing it. Those things just aren't fair. Great. This is so ridiculous. What is happening? This game is so cool. What happened? This is impossible. Man. The turn that this game took. Ow. Like, I don't feel like it led me into this level at all. It was just like, okay, so the game's harder now, by the way. Good luck. Like, how do I deal with the Axeman? Just like run past and do what I have to do? I guess. Now I can go this way. Ah! I can't go that way. Get away from the plumber zombie. Yeah, so those guys, they only attack... or they only actually hurt you while they're attacking. Aha! Aha! I guess that's fine. A little sketchy, but okay. Button. Kinda, oh, that would open the door, but... oh. Boo. Boo. I guess that is kind of a funky beat. Lots of stuff. Raid! I don't know what I'm getting. Glad I got another crystal. Oh man, this isn't the way to go. It's just a dead end with stuff. Dude. And that's not open. Does this open it? Okay, good. Alright, so we're continuing on. What is that? Ow. No. Oh. Okay, that's good. But there's a guy. So I guess I just have to fight him. Or not. Or maybe so. Great. Boop. Boop. How do you fight? Like... jump kicks? He disappeared when I jump kicked him. Sneaky. Have to let it fall. Health! Lots of health, good. Alright, so this guy. Jump kick is apparently the way to go. Did you see it? Game? Game? I don't think it was the jump kick. I think I just happened to kill him. Yeah. Come on, game. Secret? Okay. Game? Okay. Dude. Alright, we're learning. No? Okay. Look out for the silver pixels. I'm thinking I gotta slide? I think I made that. Health? 1 health? Great. Ooh. Are you kidding me? Am I gonna have to do that whole room again? Why would they do that? Alright, Nosferatu. Patience is wearing thin. Alright. That's not what I wanted at all. Okay. It's my fault. I tried to hurry. We're good. We're cool. Dun, dun, dun. Run! The running is a little not good. I will admit. Then we dodge him. Easy when you know how. Easy when you know how. Alright. It just annoys me in times where I need him to run. He's like, nah. Like right now. Like right now. Okay. Jump across. Fall down. Run. Okay. Jump. Great. Why do you do this to me? Boop. Boop. Let's see if he'll run like he's supposed to. There we go. Well. It's hard to get the jump kick just right. Well, I did it the way I think I was supposed to. No. You're supposed to drop down from the left and not jump all the way across. I know this now. I'm a man of science. I know how things work. I've got the rhythm down. I don't have the rhythm down. Drop it. Okay. The controls are getting to me. It's such a 180 on this game. This is the best game I've ever seen in my life. This game is hard and it sucks. It's not even that it's terrible. It just ramped it up out of nowhere. And like, stuff isn't... Okay, I gotta go into like game design mode. Like the controls and stuff are all perfectly fine for what they're supposed to do. Climbing, dropping down, jumping, all of that stuff, it's fine. The problem is, when you're supposed to do them urgently, they don't work consistently. Which is... Sure, it's player error, like... It's not the game's fault that, like... You know, I'm pushing the run button incorrectly so that he won't run. That's not the game's fault, that's my fault. But... the game is doing it in a way... What am I saying? But because it's urgent, it's making me do it that way. That's what I'm saying. It's the only one that has anything in it. If that makes any sense of what I just said. There's nothing wrong with the controls, only in that they're not built for the environment that they're putting me in. You know? It's like the first time you play Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3 and you're like, press triangle up and something else. I forget how that game works. Yeah, it'd be like, press up triangle to do this, press left triangle to do this, and it was like, what? What does that mean? But once you get used to the game, it's like, oh, okay. I don't think that proves the point I was trying to make, but... I don't know what the crystals are for. Drop down. I thought the crystals were taking a hit for me, but maybe they're not. I don't have a manual, so I don't know. Alright, we made it here actually pretty quickly. Should I just run and not bother with the dive? Okay, that's way easier. Health, please. 1 health. Half health. That wasn't that bad. I made it more difficult on myself. It was coming from the ceiling, so I thought, oh good, more of them. Please start me there. Please? No! Why? Why is that not a checkpoint? Aha! Well, I got hit by the 2 things at once. Dude. It's not that hard once I, like, calmed down and got used to it. This is just mean. These are insta-kills? Like, no. Not cool. Like, you have to run when they're still out, and you still barely make it. Who decided that was a good idea? Especially with no checkpoint. You have to run when they're still out. So, I'm gonna go ahead and call this episode here. It's been a decent amount of time. Like, the game's fun and all. I know my excitement dwindled a little bit. I don't know why I'm still going. I'm not gonna keep playing. But, I just wanted to do a little Halloween episode, and I've happened upon this game and thought it was really cool. It's still really cool. I am way into it. I would love to make a game similar to this. But not like this level. Like the first 2 levels. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little different episode. I hope you don't want me to play more. His legs grow a little when he bends down. Okay. I will see you guys in the next episode, probably going back to Daggerfall. Bye-bye!